Welcome to the Other 99% podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Duck, a coffee-loving direct sales enthusiast who's obsessed with a good digital system. Come join me for a realistic look into the world of direct sales. We'll explore inspiring perspectives, learn about unique business tips, and celebrate success stories that often go untold. Because on the other 99%, every seller matters. Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa, and welcome back to another episode of the Other 99%. Today, I thought I'd come to you and talk to you a little bit about 5 of my favorite tech tools. So those of you who know me, you know that I love all things tech. Give me an app that will make my business run smoother, and I'm all for it. And I'm a big believer that everyone out there, regardless of your tech experience, can use technology to build your business. And my goal is to help everyone be able to use tech to basically better your workflow, make things easier. The whole goal with our business is to work smarter, not harder. And the way I look at it, tech tools are definitely out there to make life easier. And I want to help by taking away the overwhelm. So I want to give you a run through of 5, maybe 6. I mean, I had a hard time narrowing it down, but definitely 5 of my top tech tools, apps that I use like basically on the daily. I use these things. Uh, I'm giggling right now because I'm looking at my computer screen and yep, all of the tabs are open and the tabs are all of the ones that I'm going to share with you today. So let's just dive right in. Can anybody guess what number 1 is? Well, if you haven't guessed Canva, then you don't know me too well because I love Canva. I could spend hours, even though it's not profitable, but I could spend hours in Canva. There are just so many things that this app can do. I mean, you have the free version. Now, I'm a big believer in that you shouldn't be paying for things that you don't need in your business. There's a lot of stuff out there that, I mean, we technically don't need to pay for. And although I said that, Canva is one thing I do highly recommend the pro version of. I'm not even an affiliate, and I would recommend that you get the pro version of Canva. Why? Because I find that a lot of people, their overwhelm from that app comes from the fact that they have to navigate all the the pro features. So take, for example, like you're trying to create a great design, but everything that you like, has the little pro icon on it. And you just end up getting frustrated because you can't use the font you want and you can't use the picture you want and you can't remove the background. And if we would just eliminate that frustration, our designs in Canva would go a lot smoother. So if you haven't used Canva, I highly recommend it. It is something that every direct seller needs because as a direct seller trying to grow your business on social, I mean, you need to be unique. You need to be you. You need to brand you. And you need to stop using other people's images. You need to create your own images. And they don't have to be like extravagant designs, but as long as they're consistent and they maintain your brand, pick your colors, pick your fonts, whatever it is, but stick with a style that you like and create content that you can use on social media so that you could be recognized, so that you can stop the scroll. You can learn how to import things. And if you have the free version, then learn how to use frames so that your images don't look so clunky in the middle there with like all the white space around it. Like use the frames. That's what they're there for. They're there to help design. And there's so many great magic features. Like, oh my God, I was on there the other day, literally picked like 7 different images and I made a reel that and it like guys, it wrote all the words for me. Like all I had to do was go in and edit it. There was like one phrase that I didn't like that didn't sound like me, and I just edited it. And there I have like a cool video that I can share on social that talked about, what's for dinner and never having to struggle with mealtime again when um, you know, take advantage of Epicure's Epic Box. And I was just amazed and blown away by the video that it created. And all I did was input a little prompt and a few images, and it did it all from start to finish. It's truly amazing. If you haven't tried Canva and if you haven't played around with all the magic features that it offers, I highly recommend that you take a peek. So that's tech tool number one, Canva. Number two, can you guess what it is? If you know me, you know it's going to be boards. Well, I love everything boards. Why do I love boards? Because to me, boards is a gigantic filing cabinet in the cloud. So I don't know if you're like me, but honestly, I struggle finding all the things. Even when I'm looking for images, it's like scrolling through my camera roll drives me crazy because I'm a lover of screenshots. And if I see something, I just screenshot it. I don't save it. I don't do anything. I just screenshot it so that I have the information there in my camera roll. Well, when I go to make a social media post or something, I don't want to share the screenshots that I took. I'm looking for my images that I created, or I'm looking for maybe a sales graphic or, a graphic that I might have created for the opportunity. And trying to find that, even though I know we have albums and all that stuff, it's just not easy. So, that being said, I mean, I love boards because it's easy for me to organize. Another reason that I love boards, I could put my images and my text in one place. I don't have to have my images on my camera roll and my text say in like a notes app or something like that. I can have it there right at my fingertips. But the best thing is that I can actually use the board's keyboard and I don't have to remember any shortcuts. I don't have to remember, what notes file I put it in. All I have to do is go to my board's keyboard, find the board that I have it in. I have it nice, neat, and organized. Again, treating it like a filing cabinet. So my board is the actual cabinet vessel. Then each file within that cabinet is what I consider the drawer. And then I open that drawer, and each of those cabinets are either a file folder or one of those hanging folder with multiple folders in it. Just think of it as a filing cabinet when you're creating your board so that when you go to look for things, it's going to be super easy. But what I love about the board's keyboard is that you have everything at your fingertips. So if I wanted to go and make, let's say, do something like a party and a post. So it would take me a long time to copy, paste, edit, and then post. But what can I do in boards? I just duplicate my past party in a post. I edit it right there in the app so that when it's go time, when I'm ready to go and do my party in a post, all I have to do is bring up the keyboard, go to the folder where I have my updated party in a post content, and then paste, boom, I'm done. So I can simply paste. Now, keeping in mind, I use an iPhone, so I could paste a picture in comments and I could paste my text in the comments, but it's just so super easy. Now, if you have issues, I mean, use boards on your desktop and get the Chrome extension that allows you to use like a keyboard function there as well. There's so many different ways that you can use boards, not to mention I love doing parties in boards. So we call them scroll parties. And some people, they just don't want to party on social media anymore, or they want just a catalog party or something like that. And, we need to up our game for catalog parties in 2024. And why not create something like a scroll party where you're giving them more than just, here, take a peek at the catalog? Why can't they have a web link that takes them to the scroll party that offers them so much more? There's a personalized welcome there from me. There is the link to their host's party, so it's easy to find. There might be a top three list of what their myself or their host their favorite products are, which will help the guests decide what they want. It could be a quick demo on some of the products that I have. Um, it could be just a quick reel that was created or I created that I drop in there. There could be like a little blurb on some products. You name it. Like I have information about the opportunity on there. I share about how uh, you can host a party and help your current host get some extra freebies. There's just so much that you could put in this party in a post. I even do it where I try to have it as interactive as possible, and I insert forms and say, "Hey, fill out a form for a chance to win a little prize." And that way I could build the know, like, and trust factor, because when these people fill out this form, I reach out to them and I thank them for filling out the form. I ask them what they're enjoying about what they're seeing on the scroll party so far. I ask them if there's any questions that they have. If they need help, can we set up a time for a personalized checkout so I can help you make sure that you have everything that you need. There's just so many ways to build your business digitally, and boards, I highly recommend you checking it out if you haven't. Um, and feel free to come and join me on Facebook at in my Digitally Direct Hub. I'll make sure I link the group in the show notes. But over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing some little snippets of training in that group about boards and some of the boards features. I'm actually a boards advisor, and I got a sneak peek at some of the stuff to come. And I am just in awe at all of the things that are coming. This app is going to be so useful in business. It already is useful, but the things that they're bringing out, the additions that they're making, every business owner, not even direct seller, but every business owner definitely needs to take a peek at that. All right, so let me talk about um, my number three tech tool that I absolutely love, and it has to be WordSwag. So WordSwag is an app. I only have the free version. I don't find the need, or I don't see the need to pay for the WordSwag, because WordSwag is just something that I have um, when I'm on the run and I have to create a eye-catching graphic, but I don't have time to jump into Canva and start from scratch. And WordSwag basically is you could either upload an image or pull an image from their free library and then insert some text on that image and then download it. And because I don't have the paid version, I get the little word swag logo stuck in the corner. I don't care. Like, who cares, right? And then I just post it. But the great thing about that is that you can maintain the brand colors. Again, you could pick your color palettes that you like in WordSwag, and you can pick the fonts that you like. There's like a huge selection of free fonts and colors and stuff like that. So again, for the amount I use it, like I do use it quite a bit, but for the amount that I use it, I don't find that I need to pay for the extras. So take a peek if you haven't taken a peek at WordSwag yet. I'm not sure if it's available on Android and Apple, but I'm pretty sure it is. But I have an iPhone, so I know for sure it's on iOS. All right, so the next one is InShot. If you haven't tried InShot, InShot is a video editor. Now, even though I have an Apple, and iMovie does basically the same thing, I just find that InShot is so much more user friendly. And again, I don't pay for InShot. I just use the free version. All I'm basically doing in InShot is taking long video and importing it into InShot, or I might be taking multiple video clips and importing it in there, splicing it together, maybe shortening some, maybe speeding up sections, stuff like that. But basically, I am just editing video snippets in there. I don't use any of their other features like music or anything like that. I just basically use it to edit my video into a usable piece of content. And then I will download it and I'll upload it into, say, Instagram and use it to create a reel or put it in my stories or something like that. But if you haven't tried it InShot, I would highly recommend taking a peek at that one as well. Number five would probably, and I'm sitting here thinking I'm like I don't even know if I'm going to be able to handle six. I think I might have seven, but we'll see. So number five would have to be ChatGPT. If you haven't used AI, I know AI is like controversial. Some people love it, some people hate it. Um, I love it as a conversation starter for my own head. Like, I mean, if I have questions or if I'm not sure what to write, if I have writer's block, if I can't think about things, I just ask Chat GPT questions and it spits out like some great information. Do I copy and paste that information and use it? Absolutely not. Like I want the content that I put out there to become or to be original to me, but ChatGPT will actually give me a great starting point to where the brain power it just starts flowing and I don't have to like stress so much about thinking, oh, well, where do I begin? Or sometimes, I mean, I second guess myself, like, am I saying what I'm saying? Is it correct? And then I just ask ChatGPT a question and when it spits out the answer, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm on the right track. Okay, let me go where I was going with this. But I use it for to help me create workbooks. I use it to um, help me get like podcast layouts. Like, what do I want? Like, sort of give me a guideline on what to say, not necessarily word for word, but just like little snippets. Okay, here you want to start with an intro and do this, and you want to do this, and then you want to have a conclusion. But it helps you with all of this stuff. It can help you write blogs. Um, so many things that Chat GPT can do. I mean, even in terms of helping you create hooks and content for social media. Like it's amazing. You just have to keep asking it questions and be very specific. Don't worry about uh, if it spits something out and you don't like it, don't worry about saying, okay, yeah, try again because that doesn't make any sense. Like it's a computer. It doesn't really have any feelings. Although I always find myself saying please and thank you to it many times. I look at my like, why did I just ask it? Please do this or thank you. But that I guess that's just me coming out, right? I mean, that's who I am. But ChatGPT, again, I only use the free version. I think you can pay to upgrade it, but I don't never find the need to use an upgraded version of it. So just make sure you're Googling the right one. I find that there are other AI programs out there that charge you and definitely not definitely not something that I think at a direct seller's level that we need to really start paying for just yet. Um, it gives you enough information on the free version. So if I can save you money wherever I can, I will definitely help you do that. All right. So again, told you can't stick to just five. So let's go number six. Number six has to be Project Broadcast. Project Broadcast is pretty new to me. I mean, I've been in direct sales for 18 years. I don't even know how long Project Broadcast has been around, but I probably just started using it probably a year and a half ago, and I still don't use it to its fullest potential. That is my goal in 2024 to maximize my use of Project Broadcast. But what I do in Project Broadcast is I have follow up. I use it for follow up. I use it for team communication. And I am going to start introducing past customers. So I'm going to try to rebuild customer um, loyalty from customers that may have fallen off the books. So that's my goal for 2024. How that's going to work, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, um, I'm trying to be of service, so I'm not going to be offended if people respond stop. But just gonna say, hey, because I often get the message from people who I've lost touch with is like, hey, are you still selling Epicure? And it's like one of those things is like, oh my God, yeah, like I feel so bad because we lost connection. But yeah, I'm still here. How can I help? And it's always a positive response. So people do really want to know that you're still doing things. So I don't feel bad in trying to reconnect with um my past customers. So wish me luck on that one, guys. The last one I think I'm going to share about is Oh My High. So Oh My High is a templated website that it was created by a direct seller for direct sellers. So even though I am techie and I have two other WordPress websites that I have created from scratch and have up and running, Oh My High is just so user friendly and is definitely for everyone. So, as things are changing, we're in 2024, social media isn't the same as it was 3 or 4 years ago. I highly recommend people taking a peek at Oh My High to start building your brand virtually. Things like blogging are very important. Um, if you want to get your name out there. So take a look at Oh My High. I'll make sure that I link all this stuff in the comments, anything that I have links for, so you could take a peek. If you have any questions or want to ask me about any of the tech tools that I've mentioned, feel free to drop me a DM. You can find me on social media, either under Spice It Up with Lisa Duck or Lisa Duck. And I'd love to have a chat, or I'll drop the link, like I said, to the Digitally Direct group in the show notes. And then you can always just reach out to me there, pose a question. And like I said, I'm going to start doing more small little snippets of training in that group. So if you're looking for help with tech tools, I suggest you find me there and join the community. And then the last thing I just wanted to say is that I don't know if but I do offer one-on-one coaching, let's say training. So if you're stuck with tech tools and you're getting to the point of frustration and overwhelm, I never want you to be there. I'm more than happy to set up a call with you. I do have paid per use timing, let's say. So if you want to book a call with me, let me know and I'll send you a link where you can see the information on booking. But we sit there, it's a one-on-one call, it's all recorded. We go through your questions. And we make sure that you're getting the most out of your apps and using them to run your business. So I hope you got a little bit of information out of this little podcast here. Some of my favorite tech tools for sure. I love anything tech. And if there are some tech tools out there that are new, or maybe you might not think that I know about them, send them my way. I love learning new things. I mean, I'm an information junkie, so if there's something out there that's new and exciting, I want to know about it because I just want to dive in and learn everything that I can about this tech tool, because if it can help me, if it can help someone else in business, I'm all for it. So thanks, guys, for joining me, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Take care. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to listen to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you would take a minute to rate and then review the podcast, I would absolutely love it. And if you know someone who really needs to hear this podcast, please feel free to share it with them. More listeners, the better. And if you know someone who would like to be a guest on the podcast, or you yourself would like to be a guest, be sure to check the link in the show notes or visit lisaduck.com and click Be a Guest. We'll talk to you soon.